All right, so now we're going to go into some podcasts here about the general term formula. The general term formula is used to find a specific term in an expansion. So there's actually two formulas here you're going to see in this course. There's the first one here, so that's what the general term looks like, and that is to find the kth term. So you can use it to find the second term, third term, even the 100th term if you want to. So that's the first formula here. And the second one is actually from the formula sheet on the diploma. That formula looks like this: t, k plus 1, n choose k to the times x to the power of n minus k times y to the power of k. A couple notes here. When k is equal to 0, that gives the first term. When k is equal to 1, that gives the second term, and so on. So we've got to use that pattern to find out a specific term. So let's go ahead and use this formula. Most of my podcasts will be dedicated to the diploma exam style formula because, well, that's what you're going to be given on the exam anyways. So we want to find the sixth term in 4x plus 1 to the power of 8. Now, if I want to find a sixth term, yes, you can easily just expand it to a power of 8, but that could take quite a bit of time. You're actually going to have 9 terms to find out here. So to find the sixth term, we're going to go ahead and use this general term formula. T subscript k plus 1, n choose k, x to the power of n minus k, y to the power of k. All right, so a couple of things we have to do here. First of all, we need to identify the value of n. Now, n is the exponent, the power that we're raising this binomial to, and that is 8. The next thing we need to identify is k. Now remember, we want the sixth term, so the only number that fits into here is 5. Okay, so k will be 5. Next thing we want to identify is the x term. So that's the first term in the binomial, and that is 4x. Then y is the second term in the binomial, which is plus 1. All right, so I'm going to put a plus 1 there. So let's fill in our formula here. So tk plus 1 gives you tk5 plus 1. So you can see why we put 5 and not 6, because we want the sixth term. And choose k, which is 8, choose 5. X, which is 4x to the power of n minus k, which is just 8 minus 5. And y, which is just 1 to the power of k, which is 5. Okay, so a couple notes here. You notice that I put brackets around this 4x. That's really important there, okay? So let's go ahead and simplify this. This is going to become the sixth term. 8 choose 5 is going to give you 56. And remember, you could just evaluate that on your calculator. So this 8 minus 5, that essentially becomes 3. So I got 4x to the power of 3, so I'm cubing that. And then 1 to the power of 5 just gives you 1. So I'm actually not going to write that there. You don't really need it. So let's keep going here. T6 is equal to 56 brackets. Now, this cube applies to both the 4 and the x. 4 cubed is going to give you 64, and then we have an x cubed that follows. So the sixth term, all in all, once I simplify this, 56 and 64 is going to give you 3,584, and the x cubed just stays the same. So there's the sixth term in this expansion.